afternoon, racing fans. Welcome to another day of racing. It's a Sunday program. It's the Jamaica 2000 Guineas day. Post time for the first. It's 11:50 a.m. Let's jump right into it. You have a field of 12. Non-reserve 3 imported, 5 is on up, 6 furlong. I'm going to boil this race down to 4 horses. And that's number 5, Papa Gray. 7, I Am Interested. 9, Charming Sound. 11, Show Me the Butcher. 5, Papa Gray. Beaten by Sir Wangdon on last. This horse has been improving with each and every run. Prior to that, Swing to Stride was beaten by the Hot Dancer. Eric Orton remains the rider for the 3rd straight row. I expect Papa Gray once again to give a good and honest fight in this race. 7, I Am Interested. 5th by 5 length on last when beaten by Hot Dancer. Reddish Roman was on board on that day. Now they have called for Clive Lynch. Welcome back to Caymanas Park, Clive Lynch. Very useful rider. I Am Interested continues to run very honest race. And I expect I Am Interested, if there should be an upset in this race, look no further than I Am Interested. 9, Charming Sound. Another horse that has been running very useful race, was beaten by Sir Wangdon on last, 6 by 4 length. Prior to that, 3rd by 3.5, beaten by the Hot Dancer. Charming Sound doesn't have much early speed, but will be closing in the final furlong. On the outside, horse number 11, Show Me the Butcher. Very fit, consistent sort. Was beaten by Sir Wangdon on last. Prior to that, she won 6.5 furlong, beating Cosmic Force and Always Right. Demar Williams replaces Wesley Henry, takes the weight down to 51 kilo. Show Me Butcher will be right there. But for me, I'm going to go with horse number 5, Papa Gray, to beat horse number 7, I Am Interested. Show Me the Butcher, Charming Sound. If you're looking for 2 nice horse that has been at this level for a long while, and they need to put them in your Superfecta I5, 1, Kismet, and number 3, Princess Ifia. Moving on to race 2, Claiming Company, 1 million down to 800,000, 7.5 furlong, a field of 7. I'm going to boil it down to 3 of them. 1, Titan Tempo. 3, Great Wayne. 5, I Realize. Titan Tempo could say somewhat of a disappointment. Filipiani is trying his best with this horse. Has raced amongst better horses than these, and I expect Titan Tempo to go right to the front and hold it to the line. 5, I Realize. Ran a pretty decent race on last when beaten by Burning Valor. Burning Valor is back here, but the fact that we have Titan Tempo in this race, I'm gonna give I Realize the opportunity to turn the tables on Burning Value. The fact that they have no call for Radish Roman to do duties. And horse number 3, Great Wayne. This horse won by 7 lengths on last. Won easily, beating the likes of Nakamura and Rejected Raja. They have changed stables. Philip Lee, now the Astro trainer. Wesley Henry now calls on, replaces Radish Roman. And as such, I'm going to give Great Wayne a shot in this race. However, I'm going to go with horse number 1, Titan Tempo, to beat horse number 5, I Realize. And for third, Great Wayne. Moving on to race number 3. 4 is on up, maiden, 6.5 furlong. We have a field of 7. It's a very poor field. However, I'm going to go with 3 of them. 1, Sensational Gift. 4, Valley of Love. 6, Secret Mission. Sensational Gift has been running very useful races. There are no call for Radish Roman. Blinkers off. I think that's going to make the difference with this horse. Sensational Gift should run a very good race amongst these. 4, Valley of Love. This horse should have left this company long ago. I think this is the easiest race, Valley of Love, I've gotten in a good while now. And I expect Valley of Love to be right there with Ryan Lewis. 6, Secret Mission. Emilio McLean for Oral Hayden. Oral Hayden has 2 horses in this race. I think Secret Mission is a better horse than Sweetburn. Has been running quite decent races. Third by 6 lengths on last and beaten by Successful Man. Secret Mission will run well once again. However, I'm going to go with horse number 1, Sensational Gift, but just to get the better of Valley of Love. And for third, horse number 6, Secret Mission. Moving on to race 4. It's a claiming company, 5-year-old, 500,000 down to 400. 6.5 furlong. I have 9 of them. I'm going to go with 4 of them. 1, Wilson. 4, Heroine. 7, Great Trick. 8, Lord of Ajalan. Wilson. Wilson has a lot of back class. Was beaten by Tigray Express on last. Stable change. Henry Harrison Jr. now conditioner. Demar Phillips replaces Eric Orton. Once Wilson report fit and sound, which I have no doubt, I expect Wilson to run a very good race. Heroine, number 4, has been knocking at the door. The Cardenas now calls on. Second by a length on last, beaten by Fault Line. This horse has a lot of speed, has pace, and I expect Heroine to be fighting all the way to the business end. Horse number 7, Great Trick. This horse stepped down in class from 700,000. Radish Roman calls on. Last time out, 8 by 15 length beaten by Emperor of the Cat and Jaguar, has no chance there. Prior to that, 3rd by 17.25 length beaten by Storm and Solar Black. This horse will run well. And on the outside, horse number 8, Lord of Ajalan. Very fit and consistent. Has won his last 2 races. Jerome Ennis was the rider on both occasions. They have no call for Uville Pinnock. Fit looking Lord of Ajalan will be on that lead. And I expect Lord of Ajalan to fight all the way to the end. However, I'm going to go with horse number 1, Wilson, to get the better of Lord of Ajalan, Heroine, Great Trick. Persons who likes to buy Superfecta High Five, let him fly and turn on the lights. Moving on to race number 5. Numbers of 4 imported, 5 is on up, numbers of 3, 5 furlong straight. We have a field of 11. I'm going to go with 3 of them. And that's 2, Wayne Princess. 4, Smart Asset. 10, Loyal Action. Now, Wayne Princess. Radish Roman for Gary Griffiths. Very fit right now. This horse doesn't have much speed. This horse always wait on the speed to collapse. This horse will be flying home. Can catch them with the sneaky fox on board. And as such, you have to give Wayne Princess a look in. Although doesn't like 5 straight. 4. Smart Access. This is the horse they will all have to beat. 4th by 4 lengths on last, beaten by Midnight Flight and Smart Trick. Prior to that, 3rd by 2 lengths, beaten by Ridgeliner and Lion Charmer. On the 12th of the 4th, strode Furlong in 3 furlong in 41-2. They have called for Demar Williams now replace Philip Parchment. Smart Asset is a dangerous contender. And on the outside, horse number 10, Loyal Action. You could say somewhat of a disappointment. Always runs well, just not getting her head in front. However, Loyal Action got a little break. Last time this horse run was on April. Now back, figure 8 off. Tyrese Anderson calls on the 25th of the 5th. Strode 4 furlong in 54-2. Loyal Action, I expect to run a good race. However, I'm going to go with horse number 4, Smart Asset, to get the better of Loyal Action. For 3rd, Wayne Princess will be flying home. And for 4th, Cosmic Force. Moving on to race 6, Howard Hamilton Trophy. 9 furlong and 25 yards. Field of 12. I'm going to go with 4 of them. 2, Benison. 3, Is Sensational. 7, Uncle Baba. And horse number 11, Alchemy of Souls. Benison, Shane Ellis, Ryan Williams. This horse was beaten by Prolific Prince on last. Doesn't possess much early speed. He's a late closer. Shane Ellis now calls on to do duties. Visor off, figure 8 on. I expect Benison to be running on and good enough to beat these. 3, Is Sensational. Equipment change. Visor now on. Ready Showman replaces Wesley Henry. Broke slow and last. Ended up 5th by 19 1/4 length when beaten by Bob the Builder. However, on the 1st of the 6th, 6 furlong in 1:18-1, Is Sensational should run a much improved race. 7, Uncle Baba, the horse I like to win this race. Prominent for the first furlong, 4 furlong behind Bob the Builder. Prior to that, in that same race with Prolific Prince, the jockey fell, so you have to throw that race through. Didn't get the opportunity to see what Uncle Baba could do. And then walked out on last when finished 2nd by 5.5, beaten by Wayne's Cherry Links. Stretches out to 9 and 25. Once this horse stays, although 9 and 25 is really a sprint race, so I expect Uncle Baba to get first run on them. And I expect Uncle Baba to hold on grimly to the final furlong. Horse number 11, Alchemy of Soul. This is a horse I like as a little halter. Was in that same race behind Prolific Prince and Bob the Builder. So if you give Benison a chance, then I expect Alchemy of Souls to also have a good shot. They have no call for Ryan Lewis. I think this horse has been reprogrammed by Jason Acosta. And if there should be an upset, look no further than Alchemy of Souls. However, I'm going to go with Uncle Baba just to hold off Benison. Is Sensational and Alchemy of Souls to be flying on the outside. Moving on to race number 7, Musical Maestro Sprint. Overnight Allowance, Division 1, 5 furlong straight, a field of 9. I'm going to go with 2 of them. 2, Money Market. 5, California Crown. Money Market, 2nd by 3.5 and last, beaten by Unbelievable Force. Prior to that, 2nd by a length and a quarter, beaten by Champion Bubbler. Although coming from post position, 2 is a very small field, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. I expect a fit-looking Money Market to fight all the way to the end. And the horse I think they will all have to beat is horse number 5, California Crown. Last time this horse race was on 29th of March when stumbled, ended up 4th by 8 lengths, beaten by Digital One and Wall Street Trader. But if you look at the work on the 24th of the 5th, 4 furlong in 47.2, and on the 31st of the 5th, 4 furlong in 46.4 by a minute 2. This horse is tuned to the minute, and I expect California Crown to go right to that lead and hold off the challenges of Money Market. There's a horse in this race by the name of Midnight Flight. Won 5 straight in the last 2 occasions. Enjoy the straight. That race, Midnight Flight won in 58.3. Although step up in class, I expect Midnight Flight to run a decent race and could spoil the exacta spot. But firm choice is California Crown to beat Money Market. Put Midnight Flight in your trifecta, superfecta, exactas alongside Fearless Soul. Moving on to race number 8. It's imported 4s and up maiden, 9 furlong and 25 yards, a field of 9. I'm going to go with 6 of them. It's a very competitive race. I'm going to go with 6 of them. 2, Hit and Run. 3, Seaplane. 4, Design Diva. 5, Solace. 6, Never. 9, Uncle Peck. Hit and Run. Abigail Abel, Jason Acosta. I think Abigail needs to get into the winners enclosure now. It's a long time she hasn't won a race for Jason Acosta. Hit and Run got a long break. The last time was in February and then came back on May 23rd of this year and ran pretty decent, led for a little while, and then ended up 7th by 6 1/4 when beaten by Another Mission. On the first of the 6, galloped 7 furlong in 1:34. Hit and Run is the lone speed, is the controlling speed in this race, and I think Hit and Run going to go to the front and create a mile upset in this race with Abigail. There's not much speed to test this horse on the headline, and as such, I think Hit and Run will go to the front and hold off the challenges of the others. 3, Seaplane doesn't have much early speed, but will be charging home in deep stretch. Design Diva is another filly, doesn't have much speed, but has a strong turn of foot. And if there should be an upset in this race, Design Diva with Devon A. Thomas, I expect to be charging home, and is a very strong horse and could catch Hit and Run. Solace is improving with each run, which he shakes. This horse, I expect to run another decent race. 3rd by 2 lengths and last beaten by Another Mission and Buttercup. Prior to that, 4th by 8 lengths when beaten by Princess Catalea. Solace will be right there also. Never is improving with each run. Was beaten by Provident, and on last was beaten by Chief Dissident. Continues to run very well. Never, can't leave Never out of your exotics. And on the outside, Uncle Peck. This is the horse that initially I had in mind would be my top pick. However, I think Hit and Run will hold off the challenges of Uncle Peck. I've been working quite decent. On the 17th of the 5th, 6 furlong in 119, and on the 29th of the 5th, 6 furlong in 119.3. However, I'm going to take a shot at the lone speed horse here. Hit and Run to make one move and to hold off Design Diva, Uncle Peck, Solace, Never, Seaplane. But this race can go either way. Hence, I'm imploring you to go deep. 9th and penultimate. Overnight allowance children up Division 2. I'm going to go with 2 of them. 3, Major Danger. 4, Jordan Rain. Major Danger, 2nd by a neck and last when beaten by Interesting Times Ahead. Prior to that, 4th by 6 lengths when beaten by Mahogany and Unbelievable Force. Major Danger is very fit right now. Rady Showman maintains the ride. Enjoy galloping over the straight. Major Danger, in my estimation, is the horse to beat here. Jordan Rain has a lot of back class. He's working quite decent. 4 in 46 by a minute on 1/5 on the 31st of the 5th. The Cardenas replaces Velasquez, and if Jordan Rain can tap into His back class, although getting on in ages now, 7-year-old Bay Gelding, Jordan Rain still has a lot to offer, and I expect a good run from Jordan Rain. There's a horse here by the name of Prince Aman. I expect to run a good race also, and you could put Prince Aman in your trifecta, superfecta. But for me, I'm going to go with horse number 3, Major Danger, to get the better of Jordan Rain, Prince Aman, Chacamo. 10th and final, the Jamaica 2-year-old Guineas. 1 mile is a journey, field of 15. I'm going to go with 6 of them. Just like I tipped in the 1,000 Guineas. I'm going to go with 6 of them. 2, Strong Mind. 6, Sensational Soul. 7, Bossman. 10, Mark My Identity. 13, Prince Roy. 14, I Dream. Again, Strong Mind. 5th by 3.5 on last one, beat by Another Mission. Prior to that, 3rd by 3 lengths, beat by Sensational Soul and Runaway Star. I expect Strong Mind continue to improve. Blinkers off. Has a nice 7 furlong spin, 133.3 on the first of the 6. Strong Mind should be right there at the business end. 6, Sensational Soul, the horse they will all have to beat. This horse is my Derby horse. I'm predicting this, unless there's something that comes out between now and Derby Day. But I'm going to predict Sensational Soul as my Derby horse. This horse has class. Canterman is on board. I don't think Canterman going to opt off this horse to ride anything in the Derby. Even though I think he has pretty perfect. He can ride that horse also, but I'm sure he's going to choose Sensational Soul. This horse is working quite decent, and I expect Sensational Soul to win on Sunday and continue on winning ways. 7, Bossman, this horse is improving. Got a nice work on the 25th of the 5th, 7 for only 129. And on the 1st of the 6th, 5 in 103 with more improvement. And I think this horse is improving rapidly. Bossman should be right there. 10, Mark My Identity, doesn't have much early speed, but with Dane Dawkins aboard, Mark My Identity should be in the mix also. Prince Roy, this horse ran a poor race the last time. I don't know why Richard Henry got himself entangled in a speed duel with Runaway Star and paid the price. Ryan Lewis replaces Richard Henry. I think Prince Roy needs to just sit off the pace and make his move in the final 2 furlong or so. Has a nice work on the 25th of the 5th, 6 furlong in 114.4, and on the 1st of the 6th, 7 furlong in 130.3. Very encouraging work. Tongue tie on, first time Lasix, stable change. Please make a note. Prince Roy is now conditioned by Jason Da Costa, and if anything should upset Sensational Soul, I think it will be Prince Roy. And 14, I Dream Again, ran a very good race in that same race with Sensational Soul and Runaway Star. Was prompting the pace all the way and just weakened back in the final furlong. As a nice work on the 1st of the 6th, 7 from 132. I Dream Again will run well once again. However, I'm going to stick with Sensational Soul as my Derby horse to beat Prince Roy. For 3rd, the improving Bossman, which could create an upset. Mark My Identity, Strong Mind, I Dream Again, in that order. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Best of luck. See you at the races.